So my name is Shivy Williams. I am your health, wellness, and fitness accountability coach, and I help you reach your goals by holding you accountable for reaching them. So first of all, please make sure you share this video, and welcome to today's motivational message. And in today's motivational message, I have a question just for you. So number one, what we're going to talk about today is stop the blame game, right? You know, when you are on your healthy lifestyle journey, or actually, this is actually for people before they begin the healthy lifestyle journey, and some of you may be able to relate to this. So what I'm going to try and talk to you and explain to you and try to change your mind about is one thing, which is stop the blame game, right? Stop blaming other people for the decisions that you have made when it comes to your healthy lifestyle journey or even your weight loss journey. Excuse me. So one of the questions is, why do you blame other people instead of taking responsibility for your own actions, right? When it comes to your healthy lifestyle journey or you losing weight, you have to take responsibility for the things that you do and that the things that you don't do. It is no one else's fault if you choose not to eat healthy. It is no one else's fault if you choose not to exercise, right? It is no one else's fault if you choose not to get rest. You've got to stop blaming other people, including your children, right, for your weight gain or why you cannot lose weight. So there are a lot of excuses, y'all. If you watched any of my videos, you know I've gone through excuses before, like I'm too tired. But what is your responsibility in you being too tired, right? Is it because you're not going to bed enough? Maybe even for some people, they may be tired because maybe they have sleep apnea. So if you have sleep apnea, what is it that you can do to help you with your sleep apnea? So some people don't sleep well at night. And so one question or one thing may be, have you gone to the doctor? And if so, what has the doctor told you? And have you started putting those things into place to help you sleep? Some people take melatonin, right, which is a natural sleeping agent to help people go to sleep. So what are you doing about that? Now, there are some things on this journey that some people, I can't say avoid, but there are some things that do happen to us while on the journey. For example, people that suffer from depression, right? So I know that some people, I know people that have depression. So people that suffer from depression, there are a lot of different options. One, are you going to see a doctor? Two, if the doctor prescribed medication to you, are you taking your medication? Three, for some people, working out for them, right? Working out for them helps their depression. So there are options there. If you are suffering from depression and you have done none of those things, my suggestion to you is to first go to the doctor, right? So what I want you guys to do is, number one, stop blaming other people. Stop saying it's your friends, it's your kids. And as women, we tend to have a tendency to blame our kids for our weight gain, right? Meaning this: when women get pregnant, right, a lot of women get excited and they're gonna have a baby. And along the lines of all of that comes that extra weight gain. Some of us now know, and at the time we may not have known, we just eating to feed me and the baby. So we've gained that weight. But once you deliver the baby, and once you get past maybe postpartum depression, after the doctor says you can exercise, I think usually it's like 6 weeks. After all of that, changing your eating habits, even when breastfeeding, you still have to maintain a certain eating habit because what you're eating is the same thing the baby's eating. So after all of that, then it is time for you to stop blaming the baby for the weight gain. And some of you, let me tell you something, some of y'all crack me up, and it's because somebody told me, she may be watching it, she may not be watching, she told me, she said, I still got this baby weight on me. And I was like, and I thought about it, and I said, now, I've seen her kids, and I said, well, how old is your youngest? 11. No, you don't got no more baby weight. No, you don't. That is not baby weight anymore. So if your kids are beyond baby weight age, you don't have baby weight no more. You just have the weight that you gained from what you've been eating. So stop blaming your kids, right? Stop blaming your friends. well, my friends always want me to go out to eat with them. And so then guess what? It is fine for you to go out to eat with your friends. They are not making the choice of what you pick on the menu to eat. You pick that yourself, right? Or, I got all this junk food in the house and my kids eat this junk food and it's here. Okay, but they're not forcing you to eat it. Also, if you have small kids, guess what? Just don't buy the junk food. If it's not there, none of y'all can eat it, right? But if you like me and you have children or you have a spouse or you have a significant other and they have junk food in the house, I understand. It can be difficult to not eat those chips and not eat that candy and not drink that soda. It can be hard, but at the end of the day, you make the choice. So don't blame them because that's the way they want to live. You're trying to live a completely different lifestyle. No one is placing a gun to your head saying, you got to eat that. When you go out to eat, you got to eat McDonald's, or you got to eat fried food, or you got to eat chips, or you got to drink soda. No one is forcing you to do that. Is it easier to pick those things up and eat it and drink it? Of course. But you cannot blame someone else for your actions. I have told people time and time again, I said, you can make any choice you want to make. But what you cannot do is you cannot avoid the consequences of your choices, right? You cannot avoid the consequences of the choices you make. So if you're making a bad choice by eating certain things, you cannot avoid the consequence of high blood pressure, diabetes, weight gain. You can't avoid those things from happening. So you want to stop and just take the responsibility of all the choices that you make when it comes to your healthy lifestyle journey. So I've already asked the question. I just want you guys to think about the question that I asked you is, why do you blame other people for your weight gain, or not being able to exercise, or not being able to eat healthy, right? There's no reason why you should be blaming anyone but yourself. You are the only one that can make the healthy choices to lose the weight and to get to where you want to be. Also, I just thought about this. Guess what else you guys need to stop blaming? This is not a person. This is the thing. Stop blaming the scale. Let me tell you something. Some of y'all probably need to throw your scale away. First of all, what I like to tell people is if you want to see a difference in your body, the best thing you can do is to take pictures. You take a start picture and you take an end picture. Forget that scale because the numbers on the scale are always going to go up and down. Sometimes they stay here. But if you're taking your pictures, you can literally see your progress. And if you start doing bad on your journey and you start eating unhealthy and you stop exercising, you'll still see progress. It will just go back the other way, right? You'll start seeing yourself gain weight. Your clothes will be too tight. You'll start seeing those things. So you want to make sure that you are taking on the responsibility. I can't even express it enough. You're taking on the responsibility for the actions that you make when it comes to your journey. There's no one else. No one else, right? So if you say, you get a workout partner, me and my friend, we walking every day, we're gonna do this thing together, and then your friend stops walking, right? Or you go into the gym with your friend and they stop going. Guess what? It is not that person's responsibility to keep you going. It is your own responsibility to keep going, right? If they stop, that's on them. It is their responsibility, right, to either keep going or stopping. They have to take on whatever the consequences of them stopping. You will take on whatever the consequences of you keep going, of your, keeping going on in the journey. So you want to make sure you just keep going. Right now, there are going to be days. I have them, people have them, where you're going to have some bad days. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I've had some bad days. I've had some rough days. I have gained some weight over this last year. I can see that I don't have as much. I have more body fat. I'm not as lean as I used to be. But I can't blame that on anyone but myself, right? Because I know what I have not done that made me leaner last year. So, for example, I just take on that responsibility and I say to myself, well, you already know. You're not eating as like you used to, right? So I've been eating a little bit more junk. I've been eating a little bit more chips. We've been going out to eat a little bit more than what I used to. I was really going out to eat maybe once a week, maybe, but picking healthier options. So that's that. As y'all know, I exercise. If you've ever watched me, I exercise 6 days a week. But let me tell you what the difference is. I also would exercise at lunch. Now I only exercise a lot of times just only in the morning. I was getting well over 20,000 steps a day, right? Over 100,000 steps a week. That stuff makes a difference. The problem where weight gain and fat gain comes in is that I'm not burning as many calories, but guess what I'm doing? Still eating the same amount of food and even eating worse food sometimes. So I cannot blame, let's say, my husband because he likes to eat some junk food and we have it here and I buy it for him and I eat it. That's not his fault. That would be my own responsibility. It's not my job's fault that I am no longer taking 30 minutes out of my work schedule to burn extra calories. That's my own fault, right? I can't blame that. I get an hour lunch. I used to take at least 30, 45 minutes, walk, do some kind of exercise, but I'm not doing that. So whose fault is that? Mine, right? So the other thing is, I just did a video and I said, I know it's like for some of y'all, it's the holiday season. It is a very busy time for where you work. If you're in retail, if you work at the post office, if you do anything in mailing. And I've asked two people and two people told me, I just don't have the time. Like it's that season and I just do not have the time. And so I'll focus on that after Christmas is over. And I asked someone, I said, well, why are you going to wait till January? And they said, well, it's just really busy in retail. And I thought, but then I told her, but you can still start today, right? This does not mean that, see how you blame your job? It doesn't mean that, oh my God, I got to go to the gym for 30 minutes a day or an hour. No, what this means is that you take whatever time you have. If you can watch TV, you can exercise. There's really no excuse, right? Don't blame your job, even in this busy season. Let's say you sit down. I know you're probably exhausted and tired. People run you ragged at work. But if you can sit there and you can watch TV, guess what you can do? At every commercial, you can do something. You can do jumping jacks. You can do push-ups. You can do squats. You can walk in place. You can jog in place. You can run in place. You can do a wall sit, which you probably won't last the whole time, but that's okay. You're doing something. You can do high knees. You can do crunches. You can do sit-ups. You can do Superman, right, for your lower back. You can just do these things right here. Right, as you do, you squeeze your chest and you squeeze your back. You can add some weights. You can do bicep curls, sitting on the couch, right? Watching TV. You can do chest press, just like this, during the commercial while you sit on the couch. So there really is no excuse and there's nobody to blame when your clothes start to fit too tight, right? My clothes fit, let me just tell you, I gain weight between my waist and my legs. So all my weight gain comes in, like a lot of other people and women, my stomach, my hips and butt, and my legs. Really probably my butt, not my hips so much. But my waist, so any stomach, waist, and butt and thighs. I have jeans that don't even fit anymore. And when I was a little leaner, like now I'm probably in a size 8, because 6s I can't even get over my legs anymore. But I'm 145 pounds. When I was 145 pounds leaner, I was in a size 6, comfortably, like fitting it perfect. Now I can't even get into 6 at 145. So you see, but I don't blame anybody for that. I just try to put them pants on, be like, oh man, I can't get these pants down. So what is it that I can do to accept my own responsibility? And, as we get older as women, I'm trying to figure out if some of this is menopause. Yeah, that's right. So it could possibly be. Which is a whole nother story within itself. So stop blaming people, stop blaming things, and take responsibility for your own actions. The other thing I wanted to mention was, this was really good. I thought about this at church today. So for those of you who are Christian, let me just kind of put this in there. One of the things I thought about today was, did you guys realize that, so Christ came down for us, right? What he did not do was he did not blame us. He didn't blame us because he went to the cross and he died for our sins. He didn't blame us for that, right? So I thought about that and I thought, we need to stop blaming other people, right? We just need to take on the responsibility. Christ took on the responsibility of our sin, right? So we could be free from sin. So, well, we're not free from sin, but he took on that responsibility for us. He didn't blame us. He left where he was. He was happy where he was at. He came down. He took on our responsibility. He didn't blame us and say, well, because of you, I have to come down here because y'all don't know how to act right. And he wasn't blaming us, right? So stop blaming other people. Take on that responsibility. Take it on for yourself. Free yourself. And then what happens is, once you take on that responsibility and you begin to see things move and it goes in the right direction, it may take a long time. I think I saw someone say it took them 2 years possibly to lose 20 pounds. And people would look at that and be like, why did it take so long? Who cares? Who cares if it takes you 2 years to lose 20 pounds? The thing about this journey is that you need to be healthy. At the end of the day, you need to be healthy. If it takes you 2 years to lose 20 pounds, fine. If it takes you 1 year to lose 50 pounds, fine. If it takes you, it is people who lose 100 pounds in 1 year. That is perfectly fine. It may take someone 1 year to lose 10 pounds. That is also perfectly fine. As long as you get it, you take on your responsibility, you start walking in the way that you need to go, then you're going to make it. Don't give up. Put yourself around positive people, even if that means people online. And I have to say, I love my support system. My husband's my support system, my sister, my family, my mom, my in-laws. I have a great physical support system, but I also have an awesome support system online. I cannot tell y'all, like Jean and Dion and the ladies that do my challenges and Aretha and Iris, I have so many online support people that support me that some of them don't even know, right? So they will send me encouraging messages sometimes. They'll be looking out and saying, well, if I don't show up, they'll be like, well, hey, where you at? Where you been? Are you doing your lunch videos? Because in the summer, I really do a lot of it. I do them every day in the summer. But let me tell you, I appreciate that. So you need to find your support system somewhere. And if it's online, if it's near you, I have the best support system of women that I have never met in my life. There are women from other countries that I have never met, and they are the best support system. And regardless of who you see online and them exercising and them eating right, believe you and me, they need just as much support as they give to you. So just like me, I give you guys a lot of support and I do things, but I also need some support back, right? It's not always easy for me. I wake up in the morning, I be like, oh God, I do not feel like working out today. But because I come on and I do these videos for you guys, one of the things that I do is that motivates me is I come on and I do exercise videos for you guys. Sometimes I get up and it is a rough morning for me sometimes. And some of you know I fractured my ankle. I was still doing workouts with you just to show you that you have no excuse. You can modify every exercise there is, right? So I did not blame my fractured ankle for not being able to work out. I couldn't walk, but there were things that I could do. I could work my upper body and I could work my abs and I could, do twists side to side and I could do these things side to side and I can still do upper body and I could do one leg squats. So, right, so I didn't blame the injury for not being able to work out. So that's what I have for y'all today. Hope you liked today's motivational message. Remember, stop blaming, stop blaming other people for the choices you make. And like I said, I like to tell people all the time, you can make any choice you want. But what you cannot do is you cannot avoid the consequence of the choices that you make. Some choices we make are good and some choices we make are bad. But the choice is yours to make. And the consequence is for you to accept the consequences of those choices that you make. All right, guys. So let me just kind of give you a quick plug. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited because in January, be on the lookout for this coming up this week. In January, we're going to be doing a 30-day challenge. And this 30-day challenge is going to be an all-over body challenge. I'm so excited for it. We're going to be working arms and abs and back and legs and butt. So this is going to incorporate every muscle of your body. And the challenge, if you want to join, is going to only be $5. So always at the beginning of the year, you have two options. You can pay for the challenge for the month, which is $5. You can also pay for all of the challenges for the entire year. And what that means is that you will be enrolled automatically in every challenge for the year. And in the challenges, I tag people every day. You don't have to be on social media because you will also receive an email every day of the challenge. But your responsibility in this challenge is to check in 1 day a week. That's all I ask. You check in 1 day a week. Thanks to some of the ladies, but really to Jean in the group, for 2020, every Monday will be Meatless Monday. And let me tell you guys, it's not going to kill you not to eat meat once a day. I mean, really, once a day not eating meat is not going to kill you. So, Meatless Mondays for 2020, we're going to be incorporating Meatless Mondays. When the weather gets warmer, we're going to be incorporating some movement outside, getting in some more cardio. You'll see me back on film a lot more during the day. I'm excited about it. I hope you guys come and join us. And yes, men can join the challenge if they want. And so men and women, so ladies, if y'all are waiting to January, which I do not suggest, I suggest you start now. But if you're waiting to January, this is a challenge you're not going to want to miss. We will start January 1st. You better believe it. January 1st is our first start day. So you guys, be on the lookout for that message and also that information coming this week to you guys and how you can sign up for that 30-day challenge. I will also be doing a video to show you all of the exercises we're going to be doing for, the 30-day challenge. So you guys, hope you're ready. I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you share this video. Oh, I didn't put anything. Visit my website, www.lbxfitness.com. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, LBX Fitness. And let me tell you guys, one of the things I've been doing lately is I've been taking some herbs. I take what's called an estro, and I've done a colon cleanse, right? So the colon cleanse, of course, what does that do? Helps to clean your colon out. I loved it. So I have done a video. You can check it out on YouTube about the colon cleanse. And the Estro Flow, that basically helps to clean and to keep the feminine organ, the feminine body regulated, I guess you can say. Can I tell a difference with that? Actually, as a matter of fact, I can. I didn't think I would, but I can. So I'm going to talk about my estro. I have to think about how to talk about the estro in a good way and how it has affected my body. I might just have to come out and be blunt about it. But it won't be talked about in this video. So if you are interested in taking any kind of herbs and you want to learn more about what the herbs can do for you, like for your body, like elderberry and ginseng and all kinds of stuff, go ahead and visit www.alkalineherbstore.com and find out more information about the herbs that we're selling on our website, how it can help your body. We even have other detoxifying herbs, as well as, I don't know why my nose is so bad. And no, I don't do any drugs. So we also have an immune booster and sea moss. So one day, y'all, I'm gonna get my husband to come on this camera and talk about the Alkaline Herb Store, right? And all the stuff that we got going on with it. But go ahead and visit our Alkaline Herb Store. Again, this www.alkalineherbstore.com to purchase your herbs. And yes, I do take them. So you guys, I'll see you in the next video. Everyone have an awesome rest of the day. Bye.
Keep pushing on. Things are